Good morning and welcome back to First Things First. For today's edition of First Things First, I want to talk about one of the most overused, misused, misunderstood, and elusive words in our English vocabulary, and that word is balance. Everybody wants it, everybody seeks it, and yet everybody seems frustrated by it. What gave me the idea actually for today's message came from yesterday. I was having lunch with my wife, and a song came on from my past. If you remember the song Cats in the Cradle. Those of you that are old enough to remember the song. Those of you that maybe don't, look into it. At any rate, in the song, you can hear almost the remorse in the man's voice, the protagonist of the song, when he's singing about time lost with his boy and his boy's youth, and the repercussions of that in old age. And so when we talk about balance, we're balancing so many things. We're talking about balancing our family life and our work life and the many other roles and responsibilities that we have in life. Some would say that the very concept of balance itself is a misnomer. I don't think it is. I think that we can achieve balance. However, not in the sense that we're ever fully there. There's not some Narnian balance where everything just happens the way we would wish. What there is, and even Narnia I think was maybe a bad example, because of course there's a conflict going on between good and evil and such in those promises. Anyway, back to the point. My belief is that balance is not a noun but a verb. Balance is something that we have to do on a daily basis. It's like excellence, like the pursuit of perfection. It's something that we'll never fully gain, we'll never fully accomplish. But we can do our very best at balancing day to day the various roles and demands in our life. What I've done for this, because First Things First is supposed to be an action-oriented message series, what I've done is create some ideas, 4 specific ideas that I think can help you find a more meaningful balance in your life. Certainly it's what I'm using to try to do the same in mine. I think that number 1 is focus. And actually a couple of these suggestions are really all focus. It's the different ways that we focus our life. One way that we focus is by focusing our time. That is, everybody should be using a planner, a time management planner. I use the Franklin Covey planner, but something where we prioritize our time so that we tell our time where to go on purpose on paper instead of wondering where it went. Closely related to this, my second piece of advice is the idea of time chunking. That is, in the past, I really believed that I could multitask and do many things at one time. And what I've come to realize is that when you try to do everything at once, you do nothing well. So therefore, I have time that is devoted to developing my team. I have time that is devoted to selling to my customers. I have time that is devoted into writing, into reading, into studying, into sharpening myself, and certainly I have time that is devoted to time with my family. This brings me to the third thing, because everything has a cost benefit. Time is no exception. That means that when I spend time with my family, it's at the expense sometimes of my business for that moment, or when I spend time at my business, like this week that I'm heavily involved all day because we got testing going on and such, then it's at the cost benefit of my family. However, I believe that team building can be a big part of helping in this balance. So that is that when I'm not in my business, I know that I've developed a great team of people that are taking care of my customers in my business. And even when sometimes I'm not there with my family every day, at least I know that there are people, their mother and my wife, and people that are actually showing and spending the time with them. And last but not least, and I think this is maybe the most important of all, is focus in its finest sense. And what I mean by this is wherever you are, that's where you have to be. This, I honestly believe, is one of the things that has most dramatically improved my life in recent history, and I hope it will have the same effect on yours. And that means when I'm at work, I'm only on work, and no other distractions take me away from that. And when I'm home with my family, I'm only at home with my family, and not work nor any other distraction takes me away from that. Yeah, this works closely in relation to the time chunking idea, which is that dedicate the time to be where you should be, and then be only in that place. Don't be doing your work while you're sitting at home with your kids. And don't be thinking about your kids when you're at work. be wherever you're at for that moment in time, and then go be the other place. Focus, I think, is maybe one of the greatest tools towards us achieving the balance we seek in our life. See you tomorrow on First Things First.